Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're checking out what if Djibouti formed an empire. I don't think Djibouti ever had an empire. So, I really don't know, but yeah. I actually don't even know if they ever had an empire. So, let me check. Uh, uh, have and ever have a empire? Nope, it has never had an empire, so we're gonna give them that one. So we're gonna give them an empire. No, they might want to control the. Uh, they might want to control the Gulf of. The Strait of Bab al Mandab. Mondab. Well, what the. So they want to control the strait. So, first off, they're going to be invading into Eritrea, taking them with relative ease. And they annexed them into their trade empire. Because they're going to be mostly a trading empire. So they just want a lot of this Red Sea coastal area. They just want all of this area right here. That might be their goal. That could be their goal. Who knows? But first, they're going to invade into Ethiopia. Ethiopia is catching some strays today in these videos since they got their empire. So, I don't know what you call them. What do you call people from Djibouti? Oh, Djiboutians. That just sounds funny. So Djiboutian forces are taking some Ethiopian lands. And eventually they do capture their capital, Addis Ababa. And yeah, and Ethiopia surrenders over to Djibouti. Let's look at this peace treaty here. And in the peace treaty, they will get fully annexed into the Djiboutian trading empire. The next target will be Somalia. They enter in from over here, splitting them into two. They go after Somaliland, capturing them with relative ease. And now we can look at this peace treaty here, where they get fully annexed as well. And now they're going to be invading into Kenya. And yeah, they'll take out Kenya with relative ease. But then they'll invade into Uganda and Rwanda and Burundi. Let's look at this peace treaty here. And yeah, in the peace treaty, they all get fully annexed into the empire here. No surprise there. So Djibouti is making themselves known as the African Trading Empire. As you know, all know, I just don't feel like calling them all in at once. So I'm just gonna do that because I feel like not doing that. So the world is already seeing them as an expansionist nation, but they won't do anything about it because they're trying to form a trading empire. That means they'll go out to Tanzania. They'll take quite a bit of land over here. And let's look at this peace treaty here. As expected, full annexation of Tanzania. They've kind of made themselves a powerhouse in Africa. Obviously, I'm going to have to erase this area too, because they have full control of Lake Victoria. And they'll invade into South Sudan, taking all of the areas that they control. And then they'll invade into Sudan here. Right after they invade South Sudan, they go up into Sudan. The world was not expecting them to do this too soon. Even Sudan wasn't expecting them to do this too quickly. They knew they were going to get invaded by them, but they didn't expect them to go right as they captured South Sudan. So yeah, Sudan falls. You can go ahead and look at this gigantic peace treaty. So South Sudan obviously gets fully annexed. But most of Sudan will go over to Djibouti, and the Darfur would be released. Kind of hard to draw their border here. Yeah, Darfur is an independent nation now. I'm just gonna get rid of that there. Yeah, they made themselves a formidable force in South Africa. And now they'll be invading into Egypt. They'll go along here, along the border of Libya, reaching the Mediterranean. And they eventually take Cairo. And they take the Sinai Peninsula. We also see them enter over here and capture the Red Sea coast of Egypt. And eventually Egypt will crumble. Let's go ahead and look at this peace treaty. And in this peace treaty we see Egypt being reduced to one small province. They lose most of their territory. Over to Djibouti. Djibouti is showing Africa, the world, that they are not stopping until they have all of the Red Sea. And maybe they might go after some areas to control trade throughout the world. So they will be entering in over here to Cyprus, capturing the entire island. And they go after Syria next. And then Lebanon too, because why not? And, oh boy. They capture Israel and Palestine and even Jordan. Let's go ahead and look at that gigantic peace treaty. The peace treaty is obviously going to be full annexation of every country here. Yeah, it looks like Djibouti is not stopping until they are the biggest trading empire in the history. Well, not like the British, because the British were the largest in history. But hey, we don't care about the British here. This is not the UK's video, it's Djibouti's video. And now they'll take a break from the Middle East. Because they'll go over here to this area over here. They will make a naval landing in Indonesia and invade the country, hoping to achieve the Strait of Malacca. But there's still more land. But they're gonna control trade throughout here. They capture tons of islands throughout Indonesia and make a landing in their capital area and take it with relative ease. They do island hopping campaigns throughout Indonesia and capture Timor, the island of Timor here. And yeah, they are just going ham. Yeah, they're not stopping here. I don't know what they're doing, but yeah, they even invaded into Borneo. Well, yeah, that's also a part of Indonesia over here, so yeah. China's like, what the fuck? And yeah, and, we can take a look at this gigantic peace treaty here. In which Indonesia gets fully annexed by Djibouti. That's unexpected. That was so unexpected. No one expected them to do that. From here, they will invade into Singapore and take the country. And then they invade into Malaysia, taking the Strait of Malacca. But they are not done because they invade into Brunei and also the rest of Borneo. And in the peace treaty, they both get fully annexed. All of them get fully annexed into Djibouti. Yeah, they are growing. Going back to the Middle East, they make a naval landing inside of Yemen and take over that strait into the Red Sea. And then they take the rest of Yemen. Yeah. And then they will invade into Oman. And the UAE, which now they're aiming to take control of the Strait of Hormuz. They also take Qatar and Bahrain. We can go ahead and look at this peace treaty. And we see more full annexation. Yeah, we're taking a break from that area. Now where do they go from here? Well, first they invade into Iraq, capturing Baghdad. And then they enter into Kuwait and take their country. And now they enter into Saudi Arabia. They take all of this land very quickly. Saudi Arabia has no time to react because they surrender. And in this peace treaty, we see full annexation. I told you they weren't gonna stop till they got the Red Sea, which they do. And they're actually gonna take a break from here, from the Middle East, from the Strait of Hormuz. But first, I gotta color all this in. Oh God. Uh, 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 We're gonna take a break from this area. We're gonna go over here to Spain and Portugal, where we see Djibouti make a naval landing inside of Portugal. Yeah, and then they invade into Spain and take Gibraltar. Which the UK is kind of mad about that, but they're not gonna do anything about it. Because Djibouti at this point is very strong. Because they took out a lot of these stronger countries. We find out where Indonesia is. Yeah, they're already at 13. Yeah, they're at 13. Yeah, so Spain is just UK is not gonna try and attack them because they're gonna probably attack all of them. And then they make a naval landing inside of Morocco. Don't mind this. I'm just gonna hop across these islands. They also made a naval landing in the Western Sahara, checking out this like sort of like kind of a country, but it's still not recognized fully. Like a lot of UN members. So yeah, let's go ahead and look at this peace treaty. And in the peace treaty, we see full annexation into this trade empire. Except for the UK. They don't get fully annexed, they just lose Gibraltar. So yeah, now they control the entrance into the Mediterranean. Also, Andorra did get annexed too, so. And now they'll be invading into Tunisia. And they also take Malta. And they invade into Sicily. And take this area over here. They take Sardinia. And now they are invading into mainland Italy. They take the Vatican and San Marino. They also take Corsica. But France is not doing anything. So yeah. Well, they just took out Italy. So now they're in 10th. So, yeah, that's not good. And in this peace treaty, they actually all get fully annexed into this empire. Except for France, they just lose Corsica. I'm gonna cover in all of the areas here. I'm just gonna finish it off real quick. Okay. Now let's just do Tunisia. There we go. Now you may be wondering why did they invade that area? Well, because this is kind of like a strait, because I guess. And now they're going to invade into Albania and Kosovo. And Serbia's mad, so they invade Serbia and North Macedonia and Montenegro and Bosnia and Croatia. And even Slovenia here. Maybe we're wondering why. Well, look at this. That's like an entrance to the Adriatic Sea. So, yeah, and in the peace treaty, they all just get fully annexed. So all of former Yugoslav members plus Albania get annexed into Djibouti. Yeah, they're kind of completing. They're almost done with their trade empire. I'm not even gonna do that. I'm just gonna. I'm just gonna color them all in. Uh, do. Do. Do do do. Ooh, ooh. Yeah, this empire is kind of large. And now they'll be invading into Greece. Taking them out with relative ease. And then they invade into Bulgaria and Turkey. That's not good. And they just invaded in Iran. I'm just gonna. Yeah, they surrender. So go get this peace treaty. What the? Um. Yeah, I should have seen that coming. Full annexation. Oh, God. And where's their last area is, yeah, they invade into Panama and take them over. And in the peace treaty, Panama gets fully annexed. Definitely, I'm gonna have to show the whole world. Because their trade empire is pretty large. And at this point, we're gonna have to do all this. Boom. Oh god. All of the islands. Oh. Oh god. Oh god. This is the largest empire ever. I think. Oh god. This is a large empire. God. Yeah, that's the empire. Hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.